My wife and daughter left me. When I was diagnosed with cancer, years later, they showed up for my inheritance, not realizing I was still alive. Hello Reddit I plus here. When I was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer at 47, my world shattered, but not in the way you'd expect. Sure, the word cancer hits like a freight train, but the real hit came from my wife, Marla, and my daughter, Kenzie. We'd been married 21 years. Our daughter was 19 in college. I thought we had a good life. Nothing flashy but steady, loving, normal. But apparently, normal isn't good enough when your husband turns into a patient instead of a provider. It started slowly. Marla grew distant. No more asking how I was feeling. She started sleeping in the guest room, claiming I needed rest. But I'd hear her whispering on the phone at night, always stepping out when I entered the room. At first, I thought it was stress, grief even. But 3 months after my diagnosis, she packed her bags and left. Kenzie followed. No tearful goodbye, no check-in, just a text. I can't watch you die, Dad. This is too hard. They were gone. I went through chemo alone, radiation alone. I was in and out of the hospital, my hair gone, my skin gray, the house echoing with a silence so loud I thought it'd crush me. My sister Bev was the only one who showed up. She's 10 years older and a force of nature, cusses like a sailor, but made me soup every night and made me laugh even when I was curled up in pain. I swear to God, Paul, she said one night, holding my puke bucket. If you die and leave me to clean this house, I'll kill you twice. Fast forward 2 years. I beat it. The tumors shrunk. My scans came back clean. I was alive. But the man I was before cancer, he died. I didn't want to go back to that life. Not that I could. So, I moved. Quietly. I sold the house, changed my phone number, and left no forwarding address. I took what little savings I had and bought a cabin in rural Oregon. Bev came with me. Said someone had to make sure I didn't become a hermit with a beard and a shotgun. We lived simple. Fishing, reading, long walks, and I started writing. Nothing serious, just stories, thoughts. I found peace in my solitude. Then came the call. Bev answered it, and her face went pale. She handed me the phone without a word. Mr. Walker? A young man's voice. I'm calling from Harmon and Price law offices. Are you the brother of the deceased, Paul Walker? Deceased? I asked. Who died? According to the obituary, you did. Apparently someone, Marla probably, filed paperwork declaring me legally dead. They held a memorial service in my hometown. A modest one, paid for by my remaining retirement fund. Marla gave a eulogy. Kenzie cried. My former co-workers showed up, shook their heads, talked about what a shame it was. But that wasn't why the lawyer called. You see, years before, my father left me a piece of property, 100 acres in Northern California, undeveloped land, but valuable. Oil companies had sniffed around, but I never did anything with it. Turns out, word got out that the land was about to be auctioned, and whoever inherited it would be in for a few $1 million. And suddenly, Marla and Kenzie were very, very interested in me again. They went to the lawyer's office claiming to be the rightful heirs. My poor husband, Marla wept. He always wanted his daughter to have a good life. Kenzie, who hadn't spoken to me in 4 years, suddenly remembered all her sweet childhood memories. But here's the kicker. The lawyer wasn't in on it. He found inconsistencies. He did some digging and found me. Alive. Very much alive. With a full beard and a trout in my hand, living my best life. We arranged a little reunion of sorts. I flew back, clean-shaven and in a suit. Sat in the back of the lawyer's office while Marla and Kenzie made their claims. I just miss him so much, Marla said. He was a good man, even if he gave up in the end. Kenzie nodded solemnly. I still talk to him in my dreams. That's when the lawyer cleared his throat. Interesting, he said. Because Mr. Walker has something to say. I stood up. You should have seen their faces. Kenzie gasped like she saw a ghost. Marla's jaw dropped so far I thought it had hit the floor. Miss me? I said. The fallout was cinematic. Marla sputtered something about thinking I was dead. Kenzie cried. Why didn't you reach out? She demanded. I kept it simple. When I needed you most, you left. I fought cancer alone. I nearly died. Alone. And now you're here for the land? For money? Not because you missed me. You missed the payout. They tried guilt, then tears, then rage. I'm your wife, Marla shouted. I had rights. No, I replied. You had a choice, and you chose to walk away. I didn't press charges for the fake obituary or the attempt to declare me dead. I just revoked all potential inheritance rights and made Bev my legal next of kin. She cried for the first time when I told her. About damn time someone appreciated me, she sniffled, wiping her nose with a dish towel. It's been 3 years since then. Kenzie occasionally sends letters. I read them. I don't respond. Maybe one day I will. Maybe Marla? Haven't heard a word. As for me, I'm alive, peaceful, writing my story. And sometimes, just sometimes, I think back to that funeral they held for me. All those people crying over a man they didn't really know, mourning someone they didn't bother to call. But the thing is, that funeral gave me a gift. It let me start over. And this time, I'm living for me.